سبح لله ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. له ملك السماوات والأرض يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم. هو الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو معكم أينما كنتم والله بما تعملون بصير. له ملك السماوات والأرض وإلى الله ترجع الأمور. يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل وهو عليم بذات الصدور. آمنوا بالله ورسوله وأنفقوا مما جعلكم مستخلفين فيه فالذين آمنوا منكم وأنفقوا لهم أجر كبير. وما لكم لا تؤمنون بالله والرسول يدعوكم لتؤمنوا بربكم وقد أخذ ميثاقكم إن كنتم مؤمنين. هو الذي ينزل على عبده آيات بينات ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور وإن الله بكم لرءوف رحيم. وما لكم ألا تنفقوا في سبيل الله ولله ميراث السماوات والأرض لا يستوي منكم من أنفق من قبل الفتح وقاتل أولئك أعظم درجة من الذين أنفقوا من بعد وقاتلوا وكلا وعد الله الحسنى والله بما تعملون خبير. من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له وله أجر كريم. يوم ترى المؤمنين والمؤمنات يسعى نورهم بين أيديهم وبأيمانهم بشراكم اليوم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ذلك هو الفوز العظيم. يوم يقول المنافقون والمنافقات للذين آمنوا انظرونا نقتبس من نوركم قيل ارجعوا وراءكم فالتمسوا نورا فضرب بينهم بسور له باب باطنه فيه الرحمة وظاهره من قبله العذاب. ينادونهم ألم نكن معكم قالوا بلى ولكنكم فتنتم أنفسكم وتربصتم وارتبتم وغرتكم الأماني حتى جاء أمر الله وغركم بالله الغرور. فاليوم لا يؤخذ منكم فدية ولا من الذين كفروا مأواكم النار هي مولاكم وبئس المصير. ألم يأن للذين آمنوا أن تخشع قلوبهم لذكر الله وما نزل من الحق ولا يكونوا كالذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبل فطال عليهم الأمد فقست قلوبهم وكثير منهم فاسقون. اعلموا أن الله يحيي الأرض بعد موتها قد بينا لكم الآيات لعلكم تعقلون. إن المصدقين والمصدقات وأقرضوا الله قرضا حسنا يضاعف لهم ولهم أجر كريم. والذين آمنوا بالله ورسله أولئك هم الصديقون والشهداء عند ربهم لهم أجرهم ونورهم. والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا أولئك أصحاب الجحيم. اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو وزينة وتفاخر بينكم وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد كمثل غيث أعجب الكفار نباته ثم يهيج فتراه مصفرا ثم يكون حطاما وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد ومغفرة من الله ورضوان وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور. سابقوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها كعرض السماء والأرض أعدت للذين آمنوا بالله ورسله ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم. ما أصاب من مصيبة في الأرض ولا في أنفسكم إلا في كتاب من قبل أن نبرأها إن ذلك على الله يسير. لكي لا تأسوا على ما فاتكم ولا تفرحوا بما آتاكم والله لا يحب كل مختال فخور. الذين يبخلون ويأمرون الناس بالبخل ومن يتول فإن الله هو الغني الحميد. لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط وأنزلنا الحديد فيه بأس شديد ومنافع للناس وليعلم الله من ينصره ورسله بالغيب إن الله قوي عزيز. ولقد أرسلنا نوحا وإبراهيم وجعلنا في ذريتهما النبوة والكتاب فمنهم مهتد وكثير منهم فاسقون. ثم قفينا على آثارهم برسلنا وقفينا بعيسى ابن مريم وآتيناه الإنجيل وجعلنا في قلوب الذين اتبعوه رأفة ورحمة ورهبانية ابتدعوها ما كتبناها عليهم إلا ابتغاء رضوان الله فما رعوها حق رعايتها فآتينا الذين آمنوا منهم أجرهم وكثير منهم فاسقون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وآمنوا برسوله يؤتكم كفلين من رحمته ويجعل لكم نورا تمشون به ويغفر لكم والله غفور رحيم. لئلا يعلم أهل الكتاب ألا يقدرون على شيء من فضل الله وأن الفضل بيد الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم.
Excuse me, guys. SubhanAllah, we're having a pretty deep conversation already, man. Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. Just let me know if you can hear me, please. Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear? Inshallah, Zawajel. How's the sound? How's the video, man? Is it clear? Everything look good? Sound good? SubhanAllah, man. Abdul Hakim, man. Dude, that breaks my heart, man. SubhanAllah. Oh, that's tough, man. Inshallah, yeah. Inshallah, Allah Zawajel accepts him as a shaheed, inshallah. Man, if there's anything I can do to help you, dude, just let me know, man. Even if it's if we need to do some type of fundraiser or something like that, that's something I'm definitely prepared to do, man. SubhanAllah. So sorry to hear that, brother. So sorry to hear that. SubhanAllah. It's deep. All right, I'm just gonna check the sound on my end. All right, looks good. Sounds good. Yes. Is that yes as in you want to do a fundraiser of some sort, or what's the yes? um, but thank you guys for being here. Salamu Alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Not what I expected this morning, but Alhamdulillah, Qadar Allah, we just roll with the punches, man. Alhamdulillah. Let's see here, Mustafa, my man. Salamu Alaikum, akhi. What's going on with you, dude? How's everything, man? You doing well? Dua is the best. I mean, yeah, no doubt, dude. You know, we'll definitely keep him in dua, man. But if there's any way, if we want to do a fundraiser or anything like that, man, we can definitely do that. If you uh, if you want to contact me privately, however you want to do that, whether it's email or whatever, and we can kind of sort out the logistics and figure out what's the best way to get that money to you, inshallah. Whether it's GoFundMe or PayPal or whatever, just let me know, man, and we can do something, inshallah. Let's see what we got here. Saram Babar. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How you doing, Saram? Everything good? Let's see what we got here. I'm just checking something really quick, guys. I always post every Friday. I always post on my Instagram stories. Uh, you know, basically asking people if they have any questions or anything like that. So we go ahead and answer those. And people kind of misunderstood, I guess, what the post was. I tried something new when I made the story. People kind of misinterpreted what I meant. It's kind of funny, but all right, cool. I said, get help with mindset, relationship, or Muslim struggles, and I put one, two, or three, right? And people were just like number two, number three, number one. That's not exactly what I meant. What I meant was, you know, these are the categories that I specialize in. So if you have any questions or any challenges with regards to mindset, marriage, or just being a Muslim in general, post your questions. But people just put like two, three, one. That was kind of funny. Inshallah, Jazakallah khairan. Yeah, just hit me up on email, dude, or whatever. You can hit me up anywhere, man. Instagram, email, private Discord. I mean, I'm pretty much available everywhere, man. So please allow me the honor to help you out, man. Inshallah. So what's going on, guys? How can I help you today? You got an hour with your boy. Inshallah, we'll do about an hour as usual. And then I gotta go film a video as usual, inshallah. I gotta film Monday's video. I've tossed a couple of ideas. I was working out this morning. About 5 o'clock in the morning, I was, scripting it out, working it out, figuring out what locations I want to go to. But I'm still kind of debating whether or not I want to actually talk about the subject. So you guys can let me know in the chat, if it's something that you're interested in. The one that I was planning this morning to drop Monday is basically essentially things that I wish someone would have told me, or things that I wish I had known before accepting Islam. So that would be the topic for Monday. is what I wish someone told me before I accepted Islam, or things that I thought were, I wish were brought to my attention prior to becoming a Muslim. Just certain things that I don't really hear too many people talking about. So let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in, because I'm kind of playing with the concept and everything like that, and I'm like, do I want to do this video? Just being real, like, do I really want to do this video, or can I add value in a different way? So you guys let me know. Let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. Bismillah. Now, I know some of you guys are always interested in like what I'm drinking on, and like what your boys, what am I eating every day to get the gains? So I don't know how to convert this into whatever you guys measure with, so I'm gonna use cups and tablespoons and stuff like that. But right here we got 1 cup of oats, just dry oats that I blend and make it into powder basically. Cup of oats, 2 cups of milk, 1 whole banana, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and scoop of whey protein. Any whey protein that you choose. Mine is flavored cookies and cream, like the ice cream. So cookies and cream, whey protein, and then a little bit of cinnamon, just to add a little bit more flavor, man. And that's what I'm drinking on today. And that's like, I mean, that's over 1,000 calories right there. So people always talk about you need to get your gainer shakes, you need to get your, mass gainers or stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, a bunch of that's just sugar and filler, man. It's a waste of your money. I can get way more nutrients, way healthier, what I'm saying, food in my body for the same, for way cheaper, and it tastes better too. Alhamdulillah. Let me see here. Bro, make live streams with other YouTubers. Yeah, I mean that's what I did last week. Brother Dean is a YouTuber, but again, man, I want to do live streams with people that are doing things that I actually like. I'm down with. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I'm selective. There's a lot of people out there that they're Muslim or they do Islamic stuff, but I'm just like, man, it's just not my thing, dude. I don't know. It's just not my thing. Not hating on nobody or nothing like that. It's just, you know, it's got to be the right opportunity, man. It's got to be something where I feel they can add value to you, or I feel like I can add value to their audience as well. So, I mean, if you have suggestions, dude, you kind of understand my content by now, man. So, if you have suggestions, I'm always open to that, dude. Let's see. Definitely my shockers were bathroom etiquette and a weird head callus left me like, what? Definitely my shock. Yeah, I figure, especially for the reverts, I think uh, you guys would probably relate to a lot of things that I was, excuse me, that I was considering talking about in the video regarding like what I wish people told me. Like, if I do shoot it, there's definitely going to be a joke at the very beginning. Hopefully people take it as a joke and, don't get offended over it. Because it's something that, especially with Americans like myself, and especially a white man, not even a white man, just an American man, has nothing to do with color, just an American dude. There are certain things that when you take your Shahada take place, man, and it really weirds you out at first if you don't know what's going on. Excuse me. So some people may be already knowing what I'm talking about, but inshallah, I was gonna do like a little skit at the beginning of the video, inshallah. Just kind of acting it out. Yasin. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khairan, Yasin. Barakallahu feekum. So, guys, how can I help you, man? How can I help you guys today, inshallah? Got 50 minutes with your boy, man. Take advantage of it, inshallah. And if not, we can just cut up and chat and have a good time for about an hour. Just cut up and, see how you guys have been doing for the last week. If you guys have not, dude, please join our Discord, man. Please join our Discord. That's something I'm really, really trying to build up right now. You can find the link in the description of the video, inshallah. You can find the link in the description. It'll say something like join our Discord group here. It's really important, man, because I'm really trying to build a community, man, of, it's one thing for us to, and I appreciate everybody, commenting on the videos, leaving your comments in the videos and things like that. It's really cool, and I really appreciate that. But I really, really, really want to tailor my content. For one, I just want to get to know you. You know, you guys support me all the time, dude, whether it's financially, whether it's you're watching my videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos, you know, and I appreciate all of that. So I just want to get to know you more. And secondly, I want to actually I want to be able to tailor my content to really help, the issues that you're having in your life. I try to cover general bases, procrastination, laziness, overthinking, you know, or, all the different topics that I talk about, relationship advice and stuff like that. Try to cover give general advice. But I really, really, really want to be able to tailor my content, inshallah, to help you as much as possible, to like really solve your problems. Like that's the whole goal of this channel, dude, is to really, really, you know, undo all the trauma, whether it's self-inflicted or, external from a parent, from a peer, from a relative, from, a teacher or someone like that, whatever, dude. Things that we've dealt with, our in our childhoods, a lot of that, it creeps in and it resurfaces all the time in our lives. And so I really, really want to help you guys, fix those problems, man, so you can become the best version of yourself. And I don't know, like I feel like that term or that phrase is kind of played out, become the best version of yourself, but really reach your full potential, inshallah, to, whatever Allah decrees. And so the point of all that is that, if you join this Discord, you know, we have certain questions that we have, which is, what is the one thing that you've done today to go towards your goals, right? Or what is the most challenging thing that you're facing right now? We have different questions, and inshallah, I want to build this community up to be a means of people feeling safe, right? Where it's a safe place, for where people can be transparent. You know, they can actually express, what they're going through. Because a lot of times, man, and it's not about complaining to people or anything like that, but a lot of times, you see a brother, right? You go to the masjid, or you're out and about, you see a brother, you see a sister, and you say, "Kayfa halak, habibi? Salamu Alaykum. Kayfa halak? How you doing?" Right? And they say, "Alhamdulillah." Of course, Alhamdulillah. But what's going on with your life? What's going on with you? Oh, Alhamdulillah. And they just live like that. And again, I'm not saying that you complain to the creation of Allah, but maybe that brother just lost his job, right? Maybe he just lost his job, and you know of a place that's hiring. Maybe your place is hiring, right? Where you're working at. And they just said, "Hey, if you know anybody, if you have any referrals, let us know." And that's a good brother, and you could have helped him, but he was just saying Alhamdulillah, and we weren't actually opening up and letting each other know, "Hey, what's going on with me?" So, I know I'm going on some big long spiel here, but basically, man, I'm just trying to create a community where I can tailor my content to help you solve your problems, as well as build a community that's supportive, man. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, the overwhelming majority would be Muslim. Of course, now Muslims are welcomed as well, but, Muslim, and, we can help each other, support each other, whether it's, holding each other accountable towards the goals and dreams that we want, sharing the wins that we had, during the day, during the week. Hey, man, I accomplished this, I achieved this, I got married, or this, that, and the other, or the challenges that I'm going through. Oh man, I'm really, really going through this challenge, and I don't know how to help it. I don't know how to solve this problem. And then other people more than likely have had a similar problem, and maybe they can help you as well, right? So again, that's just something that I'm really trying to do, man. Just really trying to create an awesome community. So go ahead and click the link in the description for Discord. It's free. Let's see what we got here. Let me see here. It happened after Taraweeh. I remember hearing the verse, "We will certainly test you with something of fear and hunger and loss of wealth." I was actually listening to that verse literally right before I went on the live stream. Wallahi, no joke. I was listening to Muhammad Munir from Hadith Disciple. He was talking about, he was on he was explaining chapter 3 from Riyadh Salihin, the Bab al Sabr, the chapter of Sabr. and that's what he was quoting. That's what Mamnowi Rahimahullah. That was one of the ayahs that he was quoting, was that very verse. So that's crazy, man. That you bring that up. Not crazy. I mean, it's qadar of Allah, but yeah, man. Allah will certainly test us all, no doubt. He will certainly test us all, man. So, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Are you doing better, alhamdulillah, from the food poisoning? Yeah, exactly, Karen, man. I'm doing better. I'm doing better, man, but I don't know what it is, dude. I have just been feeling, and that's again just being transparent with you guys. I don't know. I've just been feeling off. Just not mentally as sharp as I don't know if it's the job that I got a new job recently, like within the last maybe 45 days or so. And it's a lot. It's a lot to learn. And so I don't know if it's just wearing me out, but yeah, I don't know. Alhamdulillah, I'm over the food poisoning. Alhamdulillah. Like the day after I got food poisoning, I was back in the gym. That's just how I am, dude. I can't help that. I'm like, dude, I'm going to the gym regardless, man. Um, but Jazakallah khairan for asking, Abdul Hakim. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude. I'm Amina. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Noble sister, Amina. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Was just blowing balloon with my 2-year-old exploding, part of it hit right in the eye. What a day. Man, maybe you're gonna start looking similar to me, dude, with this. I don't know whatever happened with my eye, dude, with the some blood vessels or something popped in my eye. Who knows? But inshallah, hopefully you good, bro. Hopefully you good. I find myself stuck in my own bubble. I don't have any friends, and joining this community really helping. I know it's take time to heal, but I'm happy to join you guys. Jazakallah khairan, brother. We're happy to have you, Yassine. Well, we're honored and we're happy, man, to have you, man. I'm sure you're going to be an incredible asset to this community. I'm sure you have plenty of life experience and things that you can share with our community, man, and make it a better community. Alhamdulillah, we all have experiences, we all have stories, interesting stories, and we all have things that we can contribute, man. So, really, really excited to get to know you more, Yassine, and I'm so happy that you're here. Jazakallah khairan, man. The childhood stuff is huge. Sins can be forgiven, but trauma causes big distortions. I beg Allah to heal my heart and make my thoughts righteous. Ameen. Allahumma ameen. Yeah, man. Dude, it's like I see it everywhere. I just see it everywhere, man. I see it with myself. I see it with my friends and family. I see it with the community. I see it with, everyday people I know in the gym or at work. I just see it everywhere, dude. Just yeah, it's tough, man. It's really tough, but there are solutions. There is healing, It can be done. And it doesn't happen overnight, It does not happen overnight. Um, Anything worthwhile is going to take, time, especially when, it's kind of something like for instance, accepting Islam, Kim. Maybe you can relate to this, Kim, or even people who maybe you were born into a Muslim family, but you weren't practicing for very long, right? Or for maybe for the first 10, 15, 20 years of your life, you weren't really practicing, right? And now that and then you transition and you started trying to practice. Well, if you're going to go from 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 years of disobeying Allah, not praying, not believing in Allah, not following the Sunnah, right? Doing whatever you want, and then you either accept Islam or you decide to start practicing, dude, you don't just become super Muslim overnight. You know what I mean? Like, you may have the intention to get better, but it's still, dude, I've been in the game, what I say the game, right? I've been a Muslim almost 9 years. 9 years, man, and it's taken this long for me, and I still am not a perfect Muslim. You know what I mean? I'm still have difficult. There's still things that I struggle with and battle with, and I'm that I'm trying to fix about myself that are from 9 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So it's a never-ending journey, man. It's a never-ending process to try to um, repair the damage that's been done to so many of us. And one of the things is not allowing that vicious cycle to take place with our children. If Allah blesses you with children, man, that you're the one that makes the decision to stop that cycle, right? To put an end to that cycle. And that can be hard if no one, it's just been in your family for generations and you're uncertain of how to fix it. It can be tough, man. Would you mind telling us a bit about your depression and how you overcame it? Man, well, my depression, dude, I was, depressed about a lot of different things, man. Let me try to break this down for you one sec. You know, before I accepted Islam, dude, I was depressed about a lot of things, man. Again, and it just all stemmed back from my childhood, man. A lot of it stemmed from my childhood. My dad, leaving our family, leaving my mom and me at 18 months old. I was 18 months old and my dad booked it. My dad bounced. And I didn't meet my dad till I was 22. And I've spoken to my dad maybe 5 times since then, and I'm 31 now. So um, it made me feel disposable. It made me feel like, man, if my own dad can leave me, then anyone can leave me. And because that's how I filtered the world, right? That's how I viewed the world, and that was my perspective of reality. I was telling myself I'm disposable, which just all that did was reinforce what I believe because I would act in a way, right? I would act in a way that would like a person who thinks they're disposable would act. So then other people other than my dad could just walk out of my life, no problem. And it wasn't them, it was me. I was acting in a certain way that would make people not want to be in my life. And then I would see, aha, see, it's that person walked out, that person walked out, that person walked out. So I must be disposable. So that was a big thing, man. And I dealt with a lot of suicidal thoughts. I definitely contemplated many times suicide when I was younger. I've never really talked about it, but and I'm talking about for real. Like I'm not, some people they say, oh, have suicidal thoughts and they're just looking for attention. I never said a word to nobody. But I was deeply considering it many, many times, man, and just ended my life just because I just felt worthless. Um, wow, Allahu Akbar. Sorry, I just seen the $300,000 for the fund. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. That's awesome. But yeah, man. So that's kind of where it stemmed from, and so then I seen that I was, what I would tell myself I was worthless. I wasn't, I wasn't valuable. I wasn't someone that, people cherished and valued, which was a complete lie, man. It was a complete lie, and it was just what I was telling myself because of one person's actions, one person's decisions, right? Um, and basically how I overcame it, man, is, and I still get bummed out from time to time. I'm a human being, dude. You know what I mean? I do my best to have sabr, like we were just talking about, have good thoughts of Allah, you know, um, all those things. Um, not complain about the cutter or anything like that. Be pleased with the cutter to the best of my ability. But dude, hey man, I'm human, man, and we all slip up. So basically, how I overcame it is I just reframed a lot of stuff. I just reframed a lot of things. And I started looking at it like, okay, I just started asking myself questions like, how else can I look at this problem? Is it really a problem? How else can I look at the events that have taken place in my life, right? And reframing them. So instead of saying my dad left me, saying, man, if my dad had been in my life, if Allah had decreed that my dad had been in my life the whole time, Allahu Alam what would have happened to me? Allahu Alam what type of person I would have turned out to be, right? What type of experiences I would have had? Would I be Muslim today? Um, you know, Allahu Alam, what takes place because, they say hindsight's always 2020, right? Hindsight's always 2020. And as a kid, I understood the concept. I was like, okay, looking back on the events of your life is like 2020. It's clear. But I understood the concept, but it wasn't until I got older in my life and I started reframing these different things, these different events in my life that concept really I really understood it. That's when I said, man, hindsight is really 2020. Because looking back, man, I'm like, it made me the person who I am, and in general, I mean, I always try to be better every single day, but in general, like, I like who I am, I like my person, I like me, alhamdulillah. And, alhamdulillah that, I accepted Islam, alhamdulillah for my family and all these different things, right? So, basically it just, I know it's a long answer, but, just basically reframing all the different things that happen in our life and choosing to look at life that things happen for you and not to you, right? Instead of acting like a victim all the time and saying, man, why does this always happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? For one, you have to look at your actions, like I said earlier. Are you perpetrating? Are you the one that because you're telling yourself that I'm a victim, because you're telling yourself this always happens to me, you actually act in a certain way. You have certain behaviors that make this thing keep happening to you by the permission of Allah because you keep acting in a certain way. And if you start telling yourself different things, if you start reframing what is happening to you, you said it's not happening to me, it's happening for me, and you look at it in a positive way and you look at it and go, how can I take this as a lesson? How can I use this to improve my life? What can this teach me? Right? Then you're going to start getting different results. You're going to start getting different results in your life. And the things that you said were happening to you all the time, they're not gonna happen anymore, inshallah. They're not gonna happen anymore because you're starting to look at these events in your life with new perspectives, right? With new filters, with a new pair of glasses, right? New frames. Um, so I hope that answers your question, and Miriam. I know it's a long answer, but it's something that's, man, we could talk about it all day long, because so many people battle with it, man. This is something that so many people battle with, Muslim, excuse me, Muslim and non-Muslim alike. Battle with depression, battle with anxiety, battle with trauma, battle with all these different things, man. So, dude, I mean, it's something that so many of us go through, man. I hope that helps you in some way, inshallah. Abdel Hakim, man, Allah is the greatest. Alhamdulillah, we raised $300,000 for the fundraiser. Alhamdulillah, Allah is the greatest, man. Allah is the greatest, no doubt about that. Muhammad Salam Utman bin Umin, Allahumma salli wa sallam, said Muhammad wa yep, Ameen. Bro, you know Sheikh Uthman. Uh, I know of him, Farhan. I know he's getting pretty popular. He's getting pretty popular. But I'm not into the whole debate thing. Like, like it's cool and it's needed, the whole debate and discussions and, you know, back and, these different things, right, with different people of different faiths, different religions. It's needed, it's definitely needed given dawah and things like that. But it's not really my thing. So I don't really know how he could be of value to my channel or I could be of value to his because again, like even though like I'm trying to help, you know, you guys, whether you're born Muslim or reverts or anything like that, with these different challenges that we're talking about, mindset, relationship advice, and stuff like that. Like my main goal is to help reverts, man. My main goal, like I said, one of the reasons why I started this channel, man, is because I feel like we put so much effort, time, resources, etc., into calling people to Islam, and hardly anything, any time, resources, effort, right, to keeping them Muslim. That's what I've seen, man. That's what I've seen in my own communities for years, is that we spend so much time, effort, money to get people to say their Shahada. And then the minute that you do, almost no time. I'm not going to say zero because that would be unjust. There has, certain things here and there. But in general, almost like it's just there is not enough time, not enough energy spent on keeping people Muslim, helping them transition from being someone, who most likely their whole family's non-Muslim. Their whole family has misconceptions about Islam. Their whole family thinks that they're going to be a jihadist. They're going to join Al Qaeda or this one or that one or ISIS or something like that. You're going to be a terrorist. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do this, you're going to do that, right? All their friends, not just their family, their friends, their peers that they've grown up with their entire life, they don't understand the decision they're making to be Muslim. And then they have hardly any support from the actual Muslim communities themselves, how is that person supposed to succeed? I mean, practically, yeah, of course, Allah Azza wa Jal can decree anything, He can guide that person, no doubt. But, there's also practical steps and things that we gotta do, man. And we can't just say it's up to Allah. Like, so, point is that like, I don't see how him debating and these different things would help reverts when we already believe. You know what I'm saying? We already believe, man. So, but Allah knows best. Allah knows best. Same thing happened to me one night. I was going to end it because depression and not being able to find my purpose. I cried all night till my bed was soaked and said, if there is a creator, show me the truth. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I've been there so many times, man. I've been there so many times, dude. Because the thing is like, dude, like, I don't know about you guys, man, but like, like, I'm naturally inclined to go dark. And I'm talking about mentally. I'm talking about going in the dungeon, man. Going to like some dark places in my mind and just feeling sorry for myself and feeling pitiful, and that's my natural inclination, right? I have to make a decision every single day to not be that way because that's my natural inclination is I just want to be so like I just want to feel like the world is out to get me, that life isn't fair, if I allow myself, those are the things that start creeping in my mind. So I have to make a conscious intention and decision every single day to say like, look, dude, that's not the person I want to be. It's not true. The world ain't out to get you. Blah blah blah. None of that's true, man. It's not true. But so I can totally relate, dude. I can totally relate. I seen the Kaaba and I knew it was Islam. Alhamdulillah, man. Allahu Akbar. That's cool, man. That's cool. I was forced to move to a non-Islamic country. It's kind of lonely here, and it got worse with the corona thing, so it's difficult to be single, and I couldn't even get to have Muslim friends in my area. Was loneliness a big problem to you, and how would you solve that? Yeah, man, I mean, there are definitely times, man, where I felt in my own community after accepting Islam, like feeling lonely. And it goes both ways, dude. 'Cause sometimes I'm my own dude. I do my own thing. I mean, I walk to the beat of my own Hallel drum, right? I walk to the beat of my own Hallel drum. And a lot of times, man, I just like to be by myself and do my own thing because I have goals, I have dreams, I have aspirations. But I've definitely felt lonely as well, man, and isolated from, you know, some certain brothers, man. And is because like, you know, I don't know how I put this. We just had different interpretations of how to practice Islam, right? Um, and I just wasn't meshing with the brothers, and that was like the group to be around, right? That was like the all the cool brothers, and you know, if you ain't with them, then you ain't cool, I guess. I don't know. So kind of for a little bit of time, like I felt like kind of isolated, but I got over that pretty quickly. So, but with you, it says, so it's been difficult to be single, and I couldn't even get to have Muslim friends in my area. Was loneliness a big problem to you, and how would you solve it? I mean, the only thing that I can advise you right now, man, is if you can't get to a place where you have Muslim friends or anything like that, again, join the Discord, man. Join the Discord. Again, it's free. I'm not charging anything, right? And it's something that I'm building, so that you can get to know me better. I can get to know you better. And again, you're gonna have a ton of Muslims in there, man, that inshallah are gonna, help you and support you and be there for you, and people you can get to know and build lifelong relationships with, inshallah. You never know where, these relationships may lead to, man. You have no idea. It could lead to you finding your spouse. You know what I mean? You could, Allahu Alam, could find lead you to finding the career of your dreams. It could lead you Allah alam where, man. You never know what any relationship is gonna take you, man. So if the thing is that Allah Azza wa Jal, He's given us this amazing platform of this thing called the internet. He's given us this thing to where you're not stuck in your own location anymore. It's back in the day, yeah, maybe, back in the day before the internet and all these different things, it might have been difficult, but dude, like literally the internet and essentially, I mean, is free for the most part. You might have to pay an internet bill or something like that, but you can go jack someone's Wi-Fi, I guess. I don't know, but point is, man, is that if you can't find someone in your local communities or there's no Muslims around you, man, that's no excuse, man. You can still try to, and I mean, it's not the best thing, obviously, that in person, nose to nose, toes to toes is way better, but I mean, worst case scenario, I mean, the at least what you could do, man, is again join our Discord, and I'm in there every day, checking up on you guys, asking you guys what's going on with you, again asking the question, hey man, what's going on with you? What challenges are you going through? What's been the highlight of your day, right? What wins have you accomplished today? What things have you done, to accomplish your dreams and your goals? And I share mine too privately. I put them in there and I share what I'm doing, right? So that's a way to encourage you, man. And inshallah, you won't feel so lonely anymore, inshallah. You should speak with Angel. He's on Mindset. I've never, I don't know who that is. Sorry. I'm not sure who that is, Abdul Hakim. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Salam from Malaysia, bro. I'm 17. Farhan. Jackal Khan, Farhan. I appreciate you, man. We like the young brothers in here, man. We really, really love having the young brothers like you, man, because you're the next generation, man. You're gonna be the leaders of this ummah, man. Whether you guys like it or not, you know, you guys are gonna basically be, we're gonna hand the torch over to you guys, right? And you guys are gonna be the ones to lead the ummah, man. So, Allah praises the youth. The Prophet Muhammad praises the youth. I mean, we look at Surah Al-Kahf. What was that about? Surah Al-Kahf was about the youth, man. The like, mashallah, their people, man. Their people were upon shirk. Their people were upon shirk and kufr. And it was these young men, right? These youth that said, no, man, we'll never associate partners with Allah. And there's so many, ahadith and different um, example after example after example where the youth, man, are, praised, man, in the Quran and in the ahadith. So, we definitely love having the young brothers like you, Farhan, in our community, man. So, alhamdulillah for that. Inshallah, get on the Three Muslims podcast. Inshallah, man. I'm not really familiar with them either, dude. I just do my own thing, man. Maybe I need to start looking a little bit deeper into this stuff, but I'll definitely look into it, inshallah. Maybe I'll reach out to them, see if it's something that they're interested in by the permission of Allah. Hero, things sure are though. I'm not sure. I don't know if there was something more to that. Things are sure are though. Okay. No life sake of Salam. Stay strong, bro. Barak Fikum, man. The lyrics helped the journey to the darkness. E-Path, man. Yeah. The king of maybe genetic. Hello, Alam. Pirate King Buggy says, brother, I'm struggling to get married. How do I begin to start finding a wife in a Western Muslim community? Yeah, I mean, we've done this topic countless times, man. So thank you for your question. I'll do my best to answer it, but I would say if you go into the actual description of this video that you're watching right now, this live stream, you're gonna see I'm pulling up right now. It says how to find your dream spouse playlist. How to find your dream spouse playlist. In fact, you know what? Let me see. I'm just gonna put it in the chat just to make things even easier for you, inshallah. I'll put it in the chat. Because it's a huge playlist, man. Alhamdulillah, where my wife and myself have, given so much advice, man, on the do's and don'ts of getting married, what to do, what not to do, things that we personally think are really, really beneficial to finding someone that actually is compatible with you and you're compatible with them. So let me go ahead and pull that up really quick, and I will put that in the comments. I would definitely say save this playlist and just watch it whenever possible, whenever you have time. Um, but it says here, struggling to get married, how to begin to start finding a wife in a Western Muslim community. Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, for one, like I said, see, I'm trying to figure out how I can share this with you real quick. You got to figure out what you want first, man. That's the first and foremost, dude. You have to figure out what we always talk about is your non-negotiables, right? What are things that you are willing to accept? What are things that you want in a spouse, and what are things are you willing not to accept, right? Because you may see a sister, or this, for the sisters, you might see a brother, and look, dude, looks can really, really skew your, your judgment. Trust me, you might see a brother or sister and go, "MashaAllah, that ain't no man, that's an angel," right? Like Surah Yusuf, right? And they skew your judgment. So, you really got to determine like what's important to you. And what I mean by that is like we always say the big rocks, right? Or whatever you want to call it, but I just say the big rocks, right? It's the things that are either going to make or break a marriage. And so, for example, you, what do you want your wife, right? Um, or spouse or husband, sorry, no, wife. Okay, yeah, sorry, fine, wife. What do you want your wife to be a stay-at-home mother that raises your children, right? And she, tends to the house and she cooks and she just stays at home and you're the one who's, bringing in 100% of the, the income to support the family? Or do you want to find a spouse who is going to do 50-50? I'm not saying that's Islam, but I'm saying, there are definitely brothers and sisters who agree to that and that's what they want. Where, she covers half the bills and you cover half the bills, or do you want a sister who she's going to pursue further education. You don't really care. She's a stay-at-home mom. You support her in pursuing higher education, PhD, master's degree, all these different things. And that's really important because imagine you marry a wife, right? You marry a woman, right? You marry your spouse, and you expect her to stay at home. Stay at home, watch the kids, give birth, basically have your kids, have children, take care of the house, etc. And she goes, "Nah, dude, I'm going to pursue my master's. I ain't got time for that." That's gonna more than likely that marriage is not gonna last very long. If you guys cannot come to an agreement, then yeah, she's gonna go one way and you're gonna go the other, right? And so that's what I mean by big rocks. You have to look and consider the things that are important to you, right? Do you want your wife to wear full hijab, niqab, burqa, or are you okay with, um, I'm just being real. Are you okay with her wearing a scarf, but she wears blue jeans outside? I mean, what are you willing to tolerate? What are you willing to accept, and what are you not willing to accept? And then once you determine that, you have to ask yourself, okay, if this is the person that I want in my life, she checks all these boxes or he checks all these boxes. Am I the person, like if I was in their shoes, would they also be attracted to me? So you want a brother or sister who's, at this level of dean of education, academic um, achievements or whatever, right? Certain level of fitness, etc., etc., etc. They're up here and you're way down here and you're hoping that, well, if we get married, they're going to help me and they're going to influence me and then I'm going to be up here on dean. I'm going to be up here in, intellectual and academic achievements or fitness or whatever. That's not how life works, dude. That's not how life works because if you put yourself in their shoes, you would not be interested in someone like you who's, you know, down here in terms of dean, fitness, degrees or whatever, career, etc. Right? So once you figure out what your non-negotiables are, you have to figure out, okay, if I meet that person that checks all those boxes, would they be just as interested in me as I am in them? And if not, then you need to start putting in that work to actually, become that person. And at the same time, dude, you need to put yourself out there. You need to make it really well known that, hey, I'm looking for a spouse and these are the things I'm looking for. Do you know a sister? Hey man, like when I was looking for a Muslim, a wife, I personally wanted someone. I mean, I wanted a black woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Like I wanted a sister from the forbidden fruit. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. And I wanted a sister that wore niqab, and I wanted a sister who, uh, was on the same page as me with regards to homeschooling. Right? I did not want to put our children in public school because I feel like public school is one of the number one reasons for the downfall of our youth because they're influences of their peers. The parents aren't going to be the biggest influence. The teachers aren't going to be the biggest influence. The coaches aren't going to be the biggest influence. The biggest influence on your children is their peer group. That is what's going to influence them the most. And I know that from experience, man. And I know that when I look at the youth of today, they talk just like I talked. And I'm like, how's that possible? You're a Muslim. You have Quran, inshallah. You have Bukhari. You have Muslim. You have, you know, you have you have Islam, dude. I didn't have Islam. So how are you acting, talking nonsense just like me, dude, when I was, your age in high school? And the only solution, the only answer that, or rather the only answer I have for that is it's your peers. You're surrounded by a bunch of non-Muslim peers who don't have deen, who don't have Islam. You know what I mean? So I wanted to find a sister who was like on the same page as me and go, yeah, whatever it takes, if, whatever we have to do, we're going to homeschool our children. Right? So those were my non-negotiables, man. So I hope that helps you. I know, again, I try to give as much value as I can. I don't like to give these just short answers, man. So I hope that helps you. Um, Begin with your non-negotiables for your spouse. Ask yourself if you would be interested in you if you met someone like that. Hopefully that makes sense. And then put yourself out there, man. Put yourself out there, make it well known to your communities. This is the type of person I'm looking for. And if you can't find that person, right, that's something that you want, and you can't find that person, and you're not just being, picky or anything like that, right? But you really just can't find, anyone who's really on Dean or whatever. Dude, again, going back to the brother I was talking to earlier about, feeling lonely. Um, Dude, use the internet. That's what I did. My wife and myself, we found each other online. I couldn't find a spouse that fit my criteria in this community, right? Or I was dealing with a bunch of, which I don't know. It kind of felt like racism, man. It kind of felt like, mashallah, brother, you're the best brother that we know. Mashallah, da 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 da. I'm like, cool, man. Hey, can I, I'd really like to, possibly, discuss marrying your daughter, sister, cousin, whatever. Oh, well, brother, our culture, blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I was like, cool, man. If you guys got a problem with that, you think, I'm not good enough for your daughter, your sister, whatever. Well, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. So I said, screw this. I ain't fitting to do this anymore. I'm going online. I'm going to find my spouse, inshallah. So hopefully that helps, man. Allah mustaan. Wallahu alam. Pink and Rails. Assalamu alaikum. Barak fikum. Did I put that playlist? I sure did, man. SubhanAllah. I get talking too much, man. I am so sorry. Let me go ahead and put that playlist in here. Bismillah. How to find your dream spouse, inshallah. Playlist. Boom. Sorry about that, dude. I got to talking. I totally forgot. So yeah, Pirate King Buggy. Please check out that playlist. Just go ahead and save that, and check it out whenever you can, inshallah. Let's see what we got here. Welcome back, bro. What's the topic, man? Joe, we just spit, man. Joe, there ain't no specific topic, man. It's just basically the topic is how can I help you? A lot of us we've been talking about so many things, man. Childhood trauma, loneliness, depression, suicide, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff. How to get married. So, Alhamdulillah. Thanks for the advice, Akhi. Do you know brother Gabriel or Jabril El Romani? He's in the US too. Also, it would be lovely to have a podcast for the three Muslims. I recently was like turned on to him. Someone kept saying I look like him or he looks like me. Allah Allah mustaan. I don't know. So yeah, I've listened just a little bit, man. I think I briefly listened to something. I think he talks about a lot of relationship advice or marriage advice or just things like that in general, or certain topics like some things that I've been discussing lately. So yeah, may Allah give him tawfiq, man. I don't know too much about him, but yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with him. And it would be great if you had the chance to contact EF Dawa or SC Dawa to share your experience and make it reach more people. Bismillah. Thanks for the hookup, brother. Anytime, bro. Hey, man, if there's anything I can do for you, Pirate Man, just let me know. Being grateful is the easiest way to win. Grateful to Allah, no doubt about that, dude. No doubt about that. Um, yeah, we need to hook you up with the Three Muslims podcast. Yeah, I mean, if you guys think that I could give some value, man, inshallah, then I'm down, man. I want to get the message out there, man. I want to build this YouTube channel and this community, man, to be the go-to source, man, the premium go-to source for all things mindset, marriage, and the Muslim struggle. Or mindset, relationship advice, Muslim struggles. That's my goal, man. My goal is to be the very best in the world, world class. And whether I get that or not, that's my intention. That's what I strive for every single day. And I think that's what you guys should do in your lives, no matter what it is, man. If you're going to be a Muslim, strive to be the best. If you're going to be a plumber, strive to be the best. If you're going to be whatever, man, a husband, you're going to be a dentist, whatever you choose to be in life, whatever you choose to do, make sure that you're the absolute best that you can be, inshallah. So we can start international business. Is that right? What type of business here, man? Bismillah. I hear Adam coming. What's up, buddy? What you doing? Huh? Are you scared? Is it something you're watching? What made a noise, buddy? Kids, man, they're funny. Um, Inshallah, I'll contact Three Muslims podcast. Bidnillah, man, I would appreciate it, dude. If you, I don't know, man. Like, I guess it's just one of them things, man. I don't know. Like, I always feel, okay, buddy. Oh, okay. Hey, buddy, I'm almost done. Okay, go play. I'll be done in just a minute. Okay, inshallah. Um, yeah, man. I don't know. I always feel kind of weird, like reaching out to people. That's why, like, I don't do it. And maybe that's a limiting belief of my own. Maybe that's something that I need to overcome. But it just kind of feels a bit odd. I guess like reaching out to people and saying, "Hey, can I be on your podcast?" or something like that. It kind of feels odd to me. So like, I don't know. That's why I don't really go out of my way to do those things. My husband's mom says saw a pic of me before I even knew Islam. She said, "That's the woman for you," to my husband. I was married. My husband was engaged to someone else. Allah gave me the best mother-in-law. SubhanAllah. Allah must not. That's crazy, dude. My husband's mom saw a pic of me before I even. That's the woman for you. That's funny, dude. Alhamdulillah, man. Yeah, man. Alhamdulillah, I got a great mother-in-law too. Alhamdulillah, man. May Allah bless all our mothers. Ameen, man. Ameen. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Making sure I didn't. If I'm just making sure I didn't miss any comments, man. Let's see what we here. MashaAllah, that's awesome. Thanks, storing this. Thanks, sure. Oh, yeah, I did. That reminds me. When is your wife's business starting? I love her videos so much. Her one on Gusto really helped me. Um, so she's definitely trying to. She's trying to get the capital right now. So my wife has been working so hard. MashaAllah, she's been working so hard, dude. To try to basically make some money, get some capital raised, so that she can actually start her business, man, because she's got to purchase the fabric. What I mean, she's gonna have to get samples of the fabric, before she can even make anything. She just got to look at the samples and look at the fabric and see if that's what that's the quality that she wants, and if that's the color that she wants, and if that's the texture that she wants, and all these different things, right? And sometimes that takes multiple attempts, right? Multiple samples, which is kind of time consuming. And then once that takes place, then obviously we have to figure out a way for her to actually be able, because she's a full-time mother. She works on the weekends, so she's got to be able to find time to where, or find a solution where she can either make the hijabs herself or have someone else make them to her specifications, because she's gonna have to fulfill those orders, right? Someone puts in an order, uh, you know, she's got to be able to get that hijab taken care of and shipped, relatively quickly. So right now she has just been working her butt off, man. SubhanAllah. Just trying to build, get enough capital going so that she can actually get this business up and running. She's began sewing. She's done all those things. She's gotten different samples and a bunch of stuff like that, but she definitely needs some extra capital to get it off the ground. Uh, Green apple's still on it. Green. Are you talking about the pre-workout? Because right now I'm drinking sour grape. Stuff's the bomb, dude. Alhamdulillah. Funny, I just watched Sheikh Hakeem answer a question about why get divorced even though istikara has been made before the marriage. I mean, because sometimes, man, it's just a decree of Allah, man. Sometimes, obviously everything's a decree of Allah, but like, man, Allahu Alam, dude. Maybe it was just meant to be where that child of yours was decreed to be born with you two, and then psh, now it's time to go. Allahu Alam, man, or to teach you a lesson or anything like that, man. I don't, Allah's wisdom. Sometimes we may not ever understand it, or it may take a very long time for us to look back and understand it. But at the end of the day, man, Allah is always the most wise. So, um, are you play pub, bro? No, I don't play video games. Farhan, I don't play video games, dude. MMZ, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MMZ, barak feek, man. Appreciate you being here. Uh, Arfar, I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this, man. Arf AUE. I love it. We're just gonna call you Sammy. Last name Sammy. Hello from Tunisia. Keep it real, keep it wild. Yeah. I definitely keep it real, man. Inshallah. Wa alaikum salam, Sammy. I'll give you guys tawfiq, I mean. Abdurrahman Yasser, my man. Salam. Could you talk about the issue of expensive mahar nowadays? Yeah, it's definitely man, it's not even the mahar, dude. It's all of it, dude. It's all of it. Now, again, it really goes back to, you know, the person, man. It goes back to the man, It depends, everything is relative, dude. So, this person, you say, hey, I want a $30,000 ring, and that's a whole nother, topic as well. Do Muslims wear wedding rings? That's a whole nother subject. But let's just say $30,000 ring, mahar, the dowry. Then you have, the wedding, which is another like 50 grand. Then a house fully furnished, that's like 150 grand or whatever. Like, but if this brother is mashallah, if he's got a business, man, and he's killing it right now by the permission of Allah, maybe that's nothing to him, right? But the overwhelming majority of us, man, we're living paycheck to paycheck. We probably have college debt, right? Student loans, um, all these different things, man, where money's tight, you know. And at the end of the day, that woman uh, has been given legal right by Allah Azza wa Jal to demand whatever she wants. If that's what she wants, then you got two choices, man. You can either go ahead and figure out how to get that to her, or you just need to be like, Masalam, lakum dinakum waliyadin. You know what I'm saying? To you be your way, and to me be mine. It's tough, but a lot of times I think it's the parents, right? I think it's the parents who are so demanding culturally. A lot of times it has nothing to do with Islam. It's just a cultural thing. where they put so much burden on the on the man to give all these expensive gifts and all these different things, dude. And a lot of times you see, unfortunately, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah, marriages don't last but maybe a couple months, 6 months, a year, something like that. Sorry, dude, hold on, I'm tripped up on this cord. 1 second. All right, I'm back. um, make sure you guys can hear me. I didn't mute myself. Yep, good. Okay. Yeah, man, it's troubling, dude. It really is troubling, man. Because yeah, I mean the mahar is definitely there, and we shouldn't disregard that, dude. But like, man, what's most important, dude, is like for me, right? Putting myself in that situation, you know, if if I was in a position where a man comes to me, a brother comes to me, and he wants to marry my daughter, okay? He's got good character, mashallah. Very good character, very respectful, humble brother, confident. He's doing things with his life. He's ambitious, right? Mashallah. He's good character, very respectful. And he's got great deen, mashallah. He's striving, he's trying to practice, you know. Um, dude, that's what that to me, like, that's what makes me happy, because when you make these expensive mahars, you make these expensive dowries, like, dude, at the end of the day, my daughter is priceless, dude. Like, $50,000, my daughter's worth more than that. $100,000, you could not put a price where I'm like that my daughter's worth that. $1 million, $5 million, I don't care. You come with a $100 million paycheck as a dowry. In my eyes, my daughter's worth more. You know what I mean? Just that's just how a parent is, right? So to put a number and say you have to pay $50,000 to me is disrespectful to your daughter, man. Your daughter's worth more than that. So the way I look at it is, how are you going to treat my daughter? You know, are you going to be respectful towards her? Are you going to beat her? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna curse her out. You're gonna slander her. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna, or you're gonna, treat her kindly. You're gonna give her her rights. You're gonna fear Allah, and you're gonna and be good to her and your children and be a great role model. Dude, that's all I care about. If you do that, man, I don't really care how much that dowry is. I don't care if you gave her a buck, $5 or $10, whatever. Like, that's it's all good. What I care about is how you can treat her, man. So I don't know. That's just that's how excuse me. That's how I look at it, man. Um, and Allah knows best. Exportation business, it can make big money. Yeah, I mean, dude, here's my thing, man. Is I have laser beam focus on one thing only, and that's YouTube. There's this misconception, man, that they say, you hear this thing where say millionaires have 7 different income streams, right? You hear this thing all the time. Millionaires have 7 different income streams, and people think, okay, that means I need to divide my attention 7 different ways, 7 different businesses, to become a millionaire. That is wrong. If you actually look at millionaires, what they do is they get laser beam focused on one thing. They go 110% fully committed, all in, no plan B. They go all in on one thing, crush that thing, master that thing, make money with that thing, and then once they have made money with this thing and they've mastered this thing, that's when they start diversifying their money into real estate, into cryptocurrency, right? Into stocks, stocks and bonds, into a second business, a third business, right? That's when they start having 7 different income streams. But it all starts with one, right? So that's the misconception, that people think they have to divide themselves. Dude, if you divide yourself in 7 different things and trying to build 7 different businesses from the ground up, you're going to get absolutely nowhere. You have to be laser beam focused by the permission of Allah, for a very long time to start seeing any real results, man. So point is that I'm so laser beam focused on YouTube, dude, that any other business opportunities or anything else that comes my way, I say thanks but no thanks. I'm focused on this. Once I build this up, inshallah, by the permission of Allah, once Allah gives me tawfiq in this, and I'm making real sustainable income, real big money, then I'm gonna start taking the money I'm making, and I'm probably gonna just go straight into real estate. I'm gonna go straight into real estate, man. And Allah knows best. Baruch fikum. And Miriam, what's the advice you could give to shy people? Well, here's the thing. I'm shy. Can you believe it? You probably wouldn't think so, huh? Guy like me, going on live streams, doing YouTube videos, put myself out there. I'm a naturally shy person, man. I'm a naturally shy person. Um, so what the advice that I always give to people who are quote unquote introverted, which I don't even like those terms, I don't even believe in those terms, introverted, extroverted, any of that stuff, I don't believe it. And I could give my case for that, but that's neither here nor there. If you are a naturally shy person, the best way to be interesting is to be interested. The best way to be interesting is to be interested. If you're shy, you don't really like to talk much, right? You don't know what to say, fine, no problem. Be interest be interested. What I mean by that is ask just ask questions. Ask great questions, you know. Go up to someone and be like, "Hey, what's been the best part of your day right now? What's the best thing that happened to you today?" Just who asked that these days? Like who asked that? Nobody. You know what I mean? And that's a very interesting question in itself. And it's not a close, it's a open-ended question. It's not a question where it's a yes or no answer. It's a question that, you know, is interesting. It makes people think. It's not something you hear every day. And it makes a person actually go, you know what? That's a great question. Let me think about that. And when they start thinking about it and then they start having gratitude and going, oh man, this thing really helped me. You just made that person happier. You just made that person's day better just by asking a simple question, right? And you just listen. They give you an answer. Oh, well, the best part of my day was I got to spend 30 minutes with my family in the morning having a great breakfast and conversation with my family before I took them to school. What does that tell you about that person? Of all the things they could say I closed a deal and for 100 grand on a deal. I got a great workout in. They could have said all types of different things, but they specifically answered your question about family. They said the best part of my day was I got to spend 30 minutes with my kids, had a great breakfast, great conversation before I took them to school. That tells you that family is very important to them. And then you can ask them, man, I'd love to hear, well, what was the conversation about? What'd you learn? What'd you learn about your kids? You know, and as you do that, are you actually saying anything, right? If you're naturally shy, right? Are you actually saying anything? No, you're just asking questions, right? And that person, because you're interested in them, you automatically become interesting. You become memorable. You become someone who, at the end of their day, they're gonna be like, man, that was so cool. That person, they asked, man, that was it was a random conversation, but that was like the best conversation I've had in a long time, Because here's the thing, people's most favorite topic is themselves. No matter what they try to say, the people, you and anyone else who's watching, your favorite topic is yourself. People love to talk about themselves all the time. People think they're the most interesting person in the world. So when you get someone to talk about themselves, they automatically think you're really interesting. So that's my advice to you, man, is if you have any trouble being shy or, introverted, quote unquote, or, saying, dude, the best way to be interesting is to be interested and just ask great questions, dude. Listen and follow up with another question, man. Um, Kim, my husband saw my previous marriage end with honor and dignity, which opened his heart to me. Sometimes you have to give something up for so much better. No doubt, man. And that's the thing, dude, is like, man, I'm really happy and may Allah reward your husband for that, man, because that's another stigma, dude. That's another thing that really gets on my nerves is that divorce, being a divorcee, right? There's like this stench on it. There's a stigma on it where like you're filthy, right? It's basically like you're a leper, essentially, right? Like you have a incurable sexual disease or something crazy, or well, not even sexual, just some type of con contagious disease that if you get it, you're gonna die. And it's like, dude, divorce is from Islam, you know, divorce is permissible. The hadith that says the thing that Allah, what's the hadith say? The thing that is most hated to Allah that He made permissible is divorce, that's totally made up, totally fabricated. The ulama have discussed this in detail. That hadith, and it's very popular, and Muslims spread this hadith all the time. The most, the thing that Allah made permissible that He hates. Allah made this thing halal, but He hates it, is divorce. That's a lie. That's a lie on Allah. Allah does not make something halal that He hates, right? So divorce is from Islam. Now, is that the first thing that you do? Is just go straight into talaq, straight into divorce? Of course not. But divorce is from Islam, dude. And so, the Prophet ﷺ, was he not divorced? Did he not divorce? Did the Sahaba not divorce? Right? And so, like, dude, if a woman is divorced, if a man's divorced, especially with a woman, right? Specifically with the women, where if you're divorced, you're just frowned upon. You're looked at like you couldn't keep your marriage together. What's wrong with you? You're a bad wife. And you have no idea what that situation was, dude. You have no idea. So may Allah reward your husband, man, for being open-minded, um, having his eyes open, his heart open, because, man, it's just really annoying when I hear good women, you know, mashallah, not being able to get married because, you know, a marriage didn't work out. And now they're kind of looked at like a leper, dude. Freaking drives me crazy. Anyways, loving Allah is the most important part of connection with all your relationships, no doubt, dude. I mean, loving and hating for the sake of Allah, no doubt, dude. Loving and hating for the sake of Allah, man, for sure. Shyness is part of Iman. No doubt, no doubt. Shyness is part of Iman, but cowardice is not. And a lot of times we mix up shyness and cowardice. We say, oh, I'm just shy. No, you're not being shy. You're being a coward right now. And I've talked about this many times. We mix up shyness and cowardice all the time, right? So shyness is from Islam, but being a coward, being afraid, being scared all the time, it's not from Islam, dude. Been getting back into swimming recently too, inshallah I can beat my breathing record. Allahu Akbar. That's cool, man. In fact, I was actually, me and my wife were talking about taking Adam to go swim, inshallah. That's something I'm going to teach him soon, inshallah. I have no idea how he's going to react. I mean, I have a good idea. I think he's probably going to freak out. But the gym that I go to, it has a big pool. It has a pretty big pool, so I'm going to, inshallah, probably on the weekends. I'm gonna go take him and just try to teach him, get him familiar, get him comfortable in the water. Because this boy loves water, dude. He loves playing in the water. He loves anything. Like he'll watch all types of sea creatures, sea animals. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just fascinated by that stuff. So, um, yeah, that's something that I want to get Adam into as well, man. So that's cool, dude. Uh, Swimming is an activity that Muhammad ﷺ encouraged his blessed companions radiallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in to partake in and was also advocated essential to the rearing of children. Yep. Obviously will only be regarded as a sunnah if it is done within the guidelines of the Sharia. Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. Not trying to go there skinny dipping, huh? Abdul Hakim says, Rasulullah ﷺ said, any action which is void of the remembrance of Allah Ta'ala is futile. Excuse me, guys, except for 4 actions: walking between 2 targets, practicing with a bow and arrows, praying one's horses, playing with one's wife, learning how to swim. MashaAllah. Barak fikum for the resources, man. The references. Sunan Nasa'i and Tabarani. MashaAllah. May Allah Azza give you tawfiq and allow this channel to reach more people. Ameen. Allahumma ameen. Jazakallah khair, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Hafiz Mandahiri and Hafiz Haythami, rahimahullah, have authenticated the above narration. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khairan. For other, yeah, swimming is awesome. Real estate is not easy in America. I don't know how to do it without riba. Yeah, it's definitely something, man, that dude, I honestly feel that it two things, dude. Two things. If I could figure out 2 things, wallahi, by the permission of Allah, I would never have to worry about money again. I'd be more rich. I'd be richer than Bezos, freaking Elon Musk, Bill Gates combined, dude. That's 2 things, man. If I could figure out 2 things, man, I'd be loaded, dude. mashallah, and that is if I could find a way to basically remove this ignorance of this, parents making things so difficult for their kids to get married, whether it's, the more like we were talking about, like it's the cultural things where this person wants to marry someone outside their culture, outside their ethnic, group background, right? If I could just find a way and a solution and streamline it to where our youth could get married and not have these issues anymore, I'd be rich. Or if I could find a streamlined way that the everyday 9 to 5 Muslim could get into real estate without riba, and I could streamline that process and teach people that, I'd be I'd be loaded, loaded, bro. Well, so yeah, man, that's something that I really focus on is getting into real estate because what I want is rental properties personally. You have flips, you have, this one and that one, right? And what I want personally is I want to figure out a way to get into real estate um, to where I can have multiple rental properties paying me cash flow, passive income every single month, right? Without the involvement of riba, without the involvement of interest, bank loans, or anything that's, doubtful or clearly haram, one of the two. Um, and so yeah, that's my process, man. Of trying to that's what I'm trying to figure out, dude. So yeah, if I find out, I'll definitely be letting you guys know, inshallah azawajal. How can I fear poverty when I'm the slave of al Khani? No doubt about that. Great advice for shyness issue and communication. Exactly, Karen, man. No doubt. YM, salam. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi. YM, I appreciate you. Sareem Anwar Mufti. MashaAllah, Jackal Heron. Hey, you play any games, Muhammad Mahfudul Ahad? I don't know if I pronounced that right. Hey, you play any games? No, sir, I do not. Um, just personally, I don't play video games, man. I try to find things that are better use of my personal time. That's just me, man. Personally, I don't really do it. I don't really play. Sage the Nomad retracted his message. And Farhan, yeah, Farhan, bro. Yes, sir. Probably loaded. Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. If I could figure out those two problems, if I could find solutions to both of them, dude, man, I'd be a millionaire. I'd be a billionaire. Mashallah. Because, dude, man, that's the thing is like I see so many Muslims, man, that are involved in interest or well, yeah, they're involved in real estate and they're involved in interest and they always justify it, dude. They go, well, man, it's just so tough, bro, and it's America, and they just find every single reason to get involved in interest, man. And I'm like, dude, do you not understand? Like, okay, it's pretty, you know, everyone knows what's going on in Palestine, right? Everyone knows what's going on. Syria, this country, that country. 2 seconds, you can Google or YouTube search and see what actual war, right? Actual war looks like. As they say, war is hell. The people who have actually been in war, they don't glorify war. They tell you war is hell, right? Now, Allah Azza wa Jal, Wallahu Mathalul A'la. Allah is the highest and greatest of examples. If war is hell and you actually see it on YouTube and you see the different, you know, bombs going off and people getting, shot in the head and, or whatever, any type of war, torture, right? Where you're interrogating a prisoner and you're torturing them and, whatever, war. And we look at that and go, man, I I can't imagine being in that war. I can't imagine being in that situation. What would it be like when you are going against Allah Azza wa Jal, dude? Rabbal Alameen. You know what I'm saying? Rabbal Alameen, dude. You're going to war with Allah and His Messenger. That ain't no game, dude. Like if you can't even fathom being in a war, dude, with humans that have these bombs and these, whatever, AK-47s, and they have rocket launchers, and, what I'm saying, they have, you know, Gatling guns out the helicopter or whatever, dude. And you can't even imagine that. Imagine going to war with Allah and His Messenger. Like, dude, you dumb. Like, that's just, I mean, you're just acting stupid at that point. Um, and so it's like, dude, you're gonna justify going into riba and all these different things, bro. And it's like, do you understand? Have you even contemplated what it would be like to go to war with a? Allah said war, dude. You have declared war. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just imagine that, dude. Imagine when one country declares war against another. Like, dude, we are absolute enemies. We have gotten to a point. We have gotten to a point in our relationship, right, where we are absolute enemies, and I declare war on you, and I'm going to do everything I can to destroy you. What do you think is going to be the case for when you're going up against the law, dude? That's just dumb. So, and I see that so much, dude. I just see so many different brothers, man, that are going, they get involved in real estate, and it's like they don't even care, dude, and they just justify it, man. I don't know, dude. I'm like, man, it ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it. Wallahu alam, dude. SubhanAllah. It is near that Abu Hurairah said, the Messenger of Allah said, there will come a time when there will be no one left who does not consume riba, and whoever does not consume, it will nevertheless be affected by residue. I know, dude. And wallah, it feels like that's the times we're living in, dude. Those who really, 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 really strive to avoid it, you're still getting cut up, you're still getting scathed, you're still getting scars, and you're still getting, you know, bruises and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're getting mixed up in the fight regardless, man. SubhanAllah. Sage no it was an emoji. Alright, cool, bro. This hadith is scary. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Meme material. Come to Malaysia, bro. Y'all are always telling me to come to these different places, man. Well, I'm a 9 to 5 employee, so I gotta get this YouTube cranking. You know what I mean? To become my full time job, quote unquote, my full-time career, before I can do any traveling like that, inshallah. Because I'd love to, man. I'd love to travel. That's something I really want to do, inshallah. So, guys, if you're getting value from the video, because I do gotta run soon. If you got value from today's video, if I helped you in any single way, please like the live stream. Please share it, with someone if you feel that it could help them. Could give them some fresh perspectives. Maybe it needs to encourage somebody. Maybe it needs to remind somebody again, like riba or other than riba. You know, and it's something that they need to be reminded of, and get woken up. Then please share the video. And if again, if you get value and you want to be able to support the channel monetarily, we have a number of different ways. I did put in the comment section PayPal, but we have Patreon, we have GoFundMe, we have Cash App. You can buy merch. I'm always rocking merch. Unbroken. This is the MTG 101 shirt that I'm wearing today. On the back it says, stop stressing yesterday, stop fearing tomorrow, make today great. That's something that we say all the time, because many of us, again, we've been talking about trauma and all these different things. Stop stressing the past, dude. Stop stressing it, right? It's in the past. You stressing over it's not making anything any better. It's not doing any service to you or anybody else. So stop stressing the past. In the future, we're always fearing that because of our past. A lot of times, because of what's taken place in the past, we get so consumed about the future then too, right? Oh, I got divorced. I screwed up my marriage. I screwed up on my diet again. This happened to me, da 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 da, right? I screwed this up, I did this. So you're constantly fearing the future. Why do it again? Why attempt again? Because I've already screwed it up so many times. You're living in the past. So stop stressing the past and stop fearing the future. Make today great. If you focus on making today great, if you focus only on today, making today great, then bidnillah, by the permission of Allah, you will, by default, make today better and correct the past. Inshallah. So stop stressing yesterday. Stop fearing tomorrow and make today great. And why did I say unbroken? It's an unbroken concept, right? If you stop stressing the past, You stop fearing the future. You make today great. It's an unbroken, dude, it's an unbroken philosophy. It's an unbroken rule, inshallah, right? It's an unbroken mindset. Will be unbroken. So many of us, we feel broke. We literally feel broken because of our past. So you become, inshallah, unbroken, right? Unbreakable. Because you stop stressing the past, you stop fearing the future, and you make today great. And the way I look at it is, what does Allah say about those who are successful? وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يَحْزَنُونَ. Allah says they don't they don't grieve over the past, and they don't fear of what's to come. Right? This is after they die. Right? وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يَحْزَنُونَ. وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يَحْزَنُونَ. They don't fear the past. They don't stress the past. They don't grieve over the past, what they left behind, or their family, of their wealth, of their bills, or whatever. All the things that we stress about in the dunya. They don't fear the future. They don't fear standing in front of Allah. They don't fear the questioning in the grave. They don't fear all these different things. Wallah, yes, they don't fear. What? They are, they're content. They are the ones that are successful. Right? So that's how I apply that, man, in the dunya. If that applies to the people in the hereafter who are successful, who don't grieve the past and don't fear the future, and they are the ones that are successful, then that's how I try to apply my mindset, and what I try to encourage you guys to have that mindset. Stop stressing the past. It's done and over with. The future is uncertain. You don't know what's going to happen. You just fearing over it all the time and stressing over it ain't doing you any good. Focus on today. So that is what this actually represents. That's basically the tafsir, if you will, the explanation of this t-shirt right here. And we have many others, man. And every single t-shirt, every single hoodie, every single product that I have made by the permission of Allah, it has some deep meaning like that. It has something that is Islamic, right? Alhamdulillah, inshallah, we do our best to make Islamic apparel that reminds you how to be a great Muslim, inshallah. We think that our concepts are pretty cool aesthetically. It looks cool. It doesn't look dorky, inshallah. And so that's our intention behind the merch, man. It's our intention behind the merch is trying to give you things that remind you how to be a great Muslim and to apply the concepts that I teach in all my videos every single week, inshallah. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can hit the first link in the description, get you 10% off your first order. It supports the channel. And again, you get some cool stuff that you can rock. Alhamdulillah, every single person that's ever purchased anything has left us a 5-star review. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for anyone who's ever actually bought something. You guys left 5-star reviews. You love the stuff. You rock the stuff. And wallah, it makes me so happy to see you guys rocking it, man. So those are just a few different ways that you can support the channel. You can spread the word, inshallah azawajal, because that's another thing that we're trying to really, really promote is our merch, man. Because again, dude, I got sick and tired of like not being able to find stuff that's either casual wear, gym wear, things like that are Islamic and actually look cool. Like I was always trying, like either it's too tight, it's revealing, it's it looks dorky, just being real. I'm like, that just doesn't look cool. So I got tired of experiencing that, so I decided to make my own stuff. So, hey man, if you dig it, go ahead and hit that first link, support the channel, and get yourself some awesome stuff. Let's see what we got here. Allah bless you, trust in Him. Anytime, brother, I appreciate you. Abdul Hakim Jekyll carrying word. Allah is the best of planner, dunya is temporary. No doubt, man. Allah is the best of planners. No doubt Allah is the best of planners, man, but it doesn't mean that you just sit around and wait for Allah's decree to take place. You just sit on the couch and just kind of, yeah, any day now, hopefully, hey, that spouse that I've been dreaming of, inshallah, hopefully they just come, start knocking on my door. Hey, I'm looking for brother Joshua. I'm looking to get married. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna happen, dude. I mean, it might happen for me because I'm on YouTube, so I don't know. Some crazies might come out the woodwork and show up at my door. Hello, but more than likely that's not gonna happen, inshallah. So yeah, man, you have to trust in Allah's plan, but dude, you gotta take action, dude. You gotta make dua, and then you have got to act. Otherwise, you ain't gonna get nothing in life except stuff that you don't want, bro. And Allah surely knows best. With that being said, guys, your boy's got to run. It is 10:30 in the morning. I got to shoot today's video um, for Monday, inshallah azawajal. And so I got to get that done, man. So you guys have some great content to watch and enjoy and benefit from on Monday, inshallah azawajal. So again, guys, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for support, for watching, for tuning in, for asking your questions. Thank you for the honor to, you know, allow me to help you in some way. Hopefully, I was able to do that. Hopefully that intention was accomplished, and if so, then all praises for Allah. Um, and with that being said, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Thank you guys so much for your support. As always, like I said before, stop stressing yesterday, bro, and stop fearing tomorrow. Make today great, and I will see you guys in that next one.